This video is sponsored by PokemonStore.com, the best place to get yourself some TCG code cards. They are compatible with TCG Live, and you can of course get everything on the website for 5% off using the coupon code ZapdosTCG. This video is also sponsored by CARDMARKET.com. This is a European platform where you're able to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. I personally use it every single day, and you can do it as well. And you can use the referral name ZapdosTCG to help support the channel. This video is also sponsored by PLAYMAT.com. This is a platform where you're able to, of course, create your own custom playmat. They have, of course, capabilities to ship worldwide, and you can get 10% off by clicking the link down below. So definitely check it out. Last but not least is Dragon Shield, the best brand to protect your beautiful cards. You can of course there's links down below for US and European people, and you can of course get your best quality sleeves available, as well as deck boxes and binders. Thanks so much for sticking around with the commercials. I hope you enjoyed today's upload. If you do, be sure to let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button, and let's get this video going. Sup YouTube, it's ZapdosTCG here, and welcome back to our TCG video on my channel. On this channel you get daily Pokemon TCG content, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already for more daily uploads. Today we're going to be talking about some new cards that were revealed, and they are, wow, they are so broken. The game is going to be accelerating at a crazy pace. We see here Scarlet and Violet, Ancient Roar / Future Flash, which actually comes out in Japan very shortly, but we are getting these in Paradox Rift. It's going to be releasing on November 3rd, so that's actually pretty soon. So get hyped for these cards, because the ancient and the future Pokemon from the video games are now coming here. The Paradox Pokemon, very interesting for sure. And we're going to be talking about these, so you can get hyped. So Iron Hands, this is going to be insane. We already talked about a couple of these already, and they are looking like Pokemon from the past, like and the future all alike. So we have Hydreigon, Hariyama, Delibird, Gallade, and Volcarona, but they are having different names because of the fact they are Paradox Pokemon. So we're going to be talking about these. The artwork looks incredible, and we're going to be talking about very insane new cards that will speed up the game immensely. I'm going to talk about some combos here and there. So get hyped if you guys are excited for today's upload. Let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Only takes one tiny second of your time, but it does help out the channel tremendously, and I'm always super grateful if you would do so. So with that being said, big shout out to Antoine Brulé for translating these fantastic cards, and with that being said, let's just check it out. We have Chi-Yu. Attach 2 basic fire energies from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon as a one-price Pokemon. That's actually not too bad if you want to set something up. Reminds me a little bit of the Flare starter Volcanion back in the days of Steam Siege, but it doesn't deal any damage. But if you go second, you can set something up. The problem is Balsasaurus is in the format, and everything is dishing out a bazillion amount of damage. It also comes back with a second attack, which is able to slap 140 damage if somebody got knocked out during your opponent's last turn. So that means you have a revenge attacker being able to slap 140. Not the biggest card out there. There is a Tinglu. Attach up to 2 basic fighting energies from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. This could actually set up a Tinglu EX, but you want to have Tinglu EX in the active position, so it's a little bit counteracting with each other in that sense. You'd probably not going to use this. You probably still will rely on Koraidon EX to just set up Tinglu EX. 220 damage, 3 energy attack requirement. If this Pokemon has 4 or more damage counters on it, this attack does nothing. So pretty average Pokemon. As you can see here, Wu-Chen can accelerate the grass energies. Now the grass energies are a little bit more interesting because it's actually pretty hard to accelerate grass energies. For fire energies, we have Magma Basin. For fighting energies, we have the Pickaxe as well as Koraidon EX. But for grass energies, a little bit more difficult to accelerate, even though there's a Cherrim out there. This could also accelerate a big Pokemon, grass Pokemon that you want. And it actually slaps 140 damage. Then they have the chien-pao attached to water energies. This is definitely useless, this chien-pao. Although now that I think about it, if you're able to accelerate 2 basic energies instantly on your first turn of the game, and not being able to get knocked out by something like, for instance, a Cramorant, that could actually mean that your chien-pao EX can then hit without having to get, of course, something like a Baxcalibur out by turn 2. But hey ho, that's the only thing I could see working out with this, but they are actually pretty average if I have to say. But now we are getting technical machines. TMs are back in the game. They are actually tool cards, actually, that you can put on your Pokemon, and then you can use different attacks. We've seen this in the past working out with the single strike scrolls here and there, but now the TM devolution Devolve each of your opponent's evolved Pokemon and put the highest stage evolution card back into your opponent's hand. This is ridiculous. At first, I thought it was only one Pokemon. It says every single one of your opponent's Pokemon, the evolution goes away. In a format with Candy, that's going to leave a lot of decks crippling. Let's say you're up against Charizard, Pidgeot, right? They have Charizard, and Pidgeot. Even if you just use the TM Devolution, you just devolve them and they have already used their rare candy, so they're pretty much out of the game. Something like a Sableye deck with Lost Mine that can spread some damage counters all around can make sure that if you use the TM Devolution correctly, you can get a multiple price turn by just using the attack Devolution. So a very, very strong technical machine that I could see working out. I can also see this working out against Gardevoir. Let's say they have Curlia, Gardevoir EX. You can use Devolution, Iono Path or something, and then they're crippling. They are pretty much crippled again, which is awesome to see, because not only with Iono, all of their evolution pieces go down to the bottom of the deck, so it's ridiculous. This card is super huge, and we'll see a whole lot of play, definitely on spread mechanics decks. Think about like Rapid Strike decks with Double Gunner and all that. We will see this Devolution item, actually tool card, being used. Next is the other one, the TM Evolution. Select up to 2 of your bench Pokemon, search your deck for a card that evolves from that Pokemon and put it onto that Pokemon to evolve it. This is also super huge. You could easily get a bunch of Curlias out already, so you can have Gardevoirs out on your second turn. So let's say you, on your first turn going second, you use this to evolve a bunch of your Rolls. Then they are a little bit protected against Lost Mine shenanigans, which is also great. But it also could work out against some with something like Meowscarada or anything. Like any Pokemon that wants to be evolving a little bit faster, this is gonna help them out, because by your if you go second and it's your first turn, you can use this, and then by your second turn you could already have stage 2s out without having to rely on rare candy. So these technical machines will definitely see play, and you can make some wacky combos with that for sure. Then Sandy Shocks EX. This is a very funky card. Look at it. It is a fighting type Pokemon, Paradox Pokemon in the form. I always see Magneton when I look at this card. Magnetic Absorption. Once during your turn, if your opponent has 4 prize cards or less remaining, you may attach 1 basic energy fighting card from the discard pile to this Pokemon. This is a basic Pokemon, might I add, so you can use this in combination with Energy Switch to get something set up, or if you just play Yeah, I think that's the best play to go with this. So if the opponent has taken a couple of prize cards, you can use the Sandy Shocks to, of course, set itself up. You can use Attachment Raihan and the ability to set it up. Very similar to what we've seen with Galarian Moltres V, which actually helped out a specific Darkness deck. So this might help out fighting decks, definitely in combination with something like an Energy Switch. And if the opponent has taken some prize cards, you can get some fighting energies into play with that. Now we're going to be coming, this is actually an ancient Pokemon if I'm not mistaken, so ancient cards are here as well as future cards, and they will have counteracting mechanics going with them, including item cards, supporters, etc. Not too wild on the Sandy Shocks. I'm very wild about the technical machines because those look very, very crazy in this format, filled up with Sableye, and like let's say another example, you can use Radiant Greninja 9090 and then devolve the Pokemon, so that's interesting, right? That's also something you could be doing. Next is the Slither Wing, and discard 1 card from the opponent's top deck. So all of these Pokemon are basic Pokemon, might I add. Not the great card, to be honest. Yeah, for 2 energies, 120, but then you do 90 damage to yourself, so it looks pretty bad, but it does have 140 HP, by the way. Next is Professor Sada's Determination. Look at this card, and it is good. Choose up to 2 from your ancient Pokemon, attach 1 basic energy card from your discard pile to it, and if you attach energies in this way, draw 3 cards. So pretty much Welder-ish is back for ancient Pokemon, so that's insane. Attach energies from the discard pile have been good, but now you can actually choose 2 of your ancient Pokemon, and every single one of these will get an energy. Now you can actually get the Sandy Shocks off as long as the opponent has taken 2 prize cards in 1 full swoop. Professor Sada's Determination in combination with the ability, in combination with an attach of the turn. So now you can set that up. Same goes A turn 1 120 damage output could definitely be possible, so maybe as a one-off. So you can make some very crazy ancient decks now happening with these fantastic support behind them. So this will see play. We did see that Welder saw play. We did see that Melanie still sees play as to date, so this will also see play. And every ancient Pokemon you are going to be taking a look at from now on, you're going to say like, oh, I can combine it with Professor Sada's Determination, which is totally awesome. It draws cards, it has energy acceleration, it is a 5-star card, it's going to be good. Next is Urchin Vessel. Discard 1 card from your hand to use this card. Search your deck for 2 basic energies, reveal them and put them into your hand. Pretty much Professor's Ladder from back in the day, but a little bit nerfed. We did see that the double Carlos energy also got nerfed with DTE, double turbo energy, and that didn't stop the card from seeing a lot of success. And I can see the same thing for Urchin Vessel. I can see he's working out in the Rapid Strike box. Irida, Urchin Vessel, and then you get energies for your double gunners. You could also see this working out in chien-pao. So this is going to be ridiculous cards to get energies very quickly into your hand. So I'm also glad that even though it's an ancient card, you could be using this in any kind of deck because it is not specified to work with any other shenanigans. But it is searchable. If there's ever a card says search your deck for an ancient card, then this might even become more playable. But it's already nice to have a little bit more support to find energies, because energy search is a little bit mediocre, let's be honest. Moving forward, Iron Hands EX, which made Twitter explode. Jake Gerhardt was very mad about this card. Everybody is hyping this card up. Is it good? Well, yes, it is good. So, what does this card do? It can slap 160. Yeah, it's average, but it's a future card, and it actually states the attack. Sumo Surge. If your opponent's Pokemon is knocked out by damage from this attack, take an additional prize card. No! ADP is back, kind of, but taking additional prize cards in the game has always been good. Think about Stoutland V more recently, and ADP, and Articuno Delta Evolution. What was it? Delta Stream? It doesn't matter. Taking additional prize cards has always been great, and definitely with a 120 damage output, take a Cramorant, take 2 prize cards. Knock out the Lumineon, which is weak to lightning, take 3 prize cards. Let's go! This is an insane card, and you might think, well, 4 energy attack cost, how do I power this up? First of all, Fluffy Electric Generator, boom, you are there. Iron Hands goes instantly into the Miraidon deck, making it tier 1 right from the get-go. It's already good as it is right now, but now this will put it a little bit above. You can also try making a chien-pao Baxcalibur list with maybe like 2 or 3 luminous energies, and then you all the rest of the energy requirements are water energy, so you can get this off. Turn 2, boom, Iron Hands. In the Miraidon, in the chien-pao. It's going to be ridiculous because this is definitely going to be killing off Lost Zone box because yeah, it can do that multiple times. So as you can see here, if your opponent's knocked out, take an additional prize card. If they cannot deal with this 230 HP basic Pokemon, you can do it again. You can do it again. Insane card. You be afraid of this Iron Hands because it's going to be here to stay in the format for a little while. And also, now that I have to come to about this conclusion, also the format is moving up to like stage 2 decks. Think about Gardevoir playing like Ralts Curlia. Think about Charizard playing Pidgey, Charmander. These are weak HP Pokemon. There will always be weak HP Pokemon in the format because we're in an evolution format. So this card is definitely bonkers. And yeah, this will speed up the format. If you cannot finish best of 3 right now, this card will help it up. Next is Iron Jugulis, if I pronounce that correctly. Another future card. Coming Heads. Yeah, Homing Heads, is it? This attack does 50 damage to 3 of your opponent's Pokemon that have already any damage counters to it. Okay, so you can use Halucha, Iron Juggle shenanigans and take multiple prize cards unless Manaphy is around, because you're actually dishing out damage. So weak to Manaphy, but can take multiple prize cards all at once. So another crazy card. And it's a basic Pokemon. All these cards are basics and they're all needing Carlos energies most of the time. So can power this up with a lot of things. Can splash this into a Lugia Carlos deck. Can splash this into whatever deck you want. It's going to be ridiculous because of Carlos energy requirements. And then the Baryon Beam. If this Pokemon has a future boost energy capsule attached to it, this attack can be used for triple Carlos instead of 5 energies. I don't know how to feel about that, but the card, they're pushing out some more basic Pokemon, it seems. Next is Professor Turo's Scenario. Put one of your Pokemon in your hand. Discard all cards attached. Oh, it's like AZ. Is that you? So you put a Pokemon in hand, discard all the rest of the cards. So putting a Pokemon instantly into your hand is good. Think about Charon Scare, think about Acerola. you do have to discard the attached card. So it will have to be something like a tanky deck out there that uses this to put it in the hand, or just to get rid of your Lumineon or your Squawkabilly EX, or just to heal off a Pokemon. Another powerful card. And I also love the pattern here for the future cards right there. There's a Techno Radar. Is that for Techno Blast? No, it is not. You have to discard a card from your hand in order to use it. Search your deck for 2 future Pokemon, reveal them and put them in hand. So this looks like electromagnetic radar shenanigans. But you can search out 2 future Pokemon. You can search out Iron Hands, and you can search out, I don't know if there's any other future Pokemon you want to search out, but this is search cards. Search cards have always been great in the TCG. Next is Future Boost Energy Capsule. Well, take Floatstone, take Muscle Band, use the Fusion Dance, boom! Fusion, ha! There you go, Future Boost Energy Capsule. The future Pokemon this card is attached to has free retreat. That is already great as it is, because look at his monstrous retreat cost of 4 on this card. Free retreat, hooray! But you also slap an additional 20 more damage to your opponent's active. This is getting ridiculous. The future Pokemon are very, very, very strong, so this helps them out for more damage output. It is of course a tool card, and a Pokemon can only have 1 tool card equipped, so either you go for the future boost, or you can go for making a deck with these capsules. Actually with these technical machines. Next is Mela, and that actually is yeah, you can play this card only if a Pokemon got knocked out during your opponent's last turn. So the same condition as a Raihan. Attach 1 basic fire energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. If you do, then draw cards until you have 6 cards in hand. So instead of like Raihan attachment, searching your deck for any card you want, you have draw support while accelerating energy. So this is actually great for fire decks out there. So accelerating a basic fire energy, and of course drawing cards. So also a great card, but only works if you got knocked out. Then there's Tillip. This is actually, yeah, put Sableye and energies back in your hand. Now it actually states put 4 in any combination of Psychic Pokemon and basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. So not only does this work to get Sableye and energy, it also works for Gardevoir decks, getting your Zacian, getting a Gardevoir back. Yeah, it's gonna be great. So as a one-off supporter, we already use Clara already in specific decks, but this is in any combination Psychic Pokemon and basic energy cards. So yeah, another great recovery card for sure. So a lot of crazy cards are coming, and I don't know how you feel about the game right now. The game is currently super healthy. There's like 10 decks out there that could actually be starting winning regionals, but when Paradox Rift comes to town, we will see a whole lot of new crazy busted cards coming into the format, and I wonder how that will impact the format. With that being said, my new deck incoming is going to be Goldingo EX, slapping huge amount of damage. That's kind of like my play style, so I'm loving the new archetype coming from that. And there's also some new cards revealed right here. There is this fella, actually this, yeah, there's Rika. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck and put 2 of them in your hand. So not the greatest card out there. And then shuffle the cards and put them on the bottom of the deck, so cards you don't want to be seeing go to the bottom. And then there's this Jirachi. People are saying that this Jirachi is the biggest counter for Sableye ever. It actually states attacks from your opponent's basic Pokemon can't put any damage counters on your benched Pokemon. Will Lost Box is now attacking, canceling Cologne and bosses or cross switchers to deal with this. It's only a 70 HP Pokemon, by the way, so they will need like Manaphy to protect themselves from Greninja. They would need Jirachi to protect themselves from Sableye, but that's a lot of weak HP Pokemon. And if Lost Boxes are using something like cross switch or canceling Cologne, this will not even work. So I don't know how to feel about it, but definitely like big HP decks that want to be a little bit safer from canceling from Sable spreads, you can just tag this in and play this in combination with Iono. So it's a great card to have in the format. And last card we're going to be talking about today is the Medical Energy, which actually when you attach this card from your hand to evolve one of your to one of your Pokemon, heal 30 damage from your Pokemon. So if you play this in Carlos Lugia, you could be playing like Serena in combination with this to heal 50. Is that enough? I don't know, but it's definitely strong as a little bit more healing capability. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video of the run through of some crazy cards we're getting in Paradox Rift. I'm very excited for the future of the Pokemon trading card game. We have comeback mechanics as they promised us at the World Championships with Reversal Energy as well as Iono, and now we're going to be seeing ancient and future Pokemon joining themselves in the format. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button, subscribe for more daily content, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more Pokemon TCG epicness. Go check out my sponsors as well. If you want to create your own custom playmat for the new season, do so today and get 10% off by clicking the link down below. There's Dragon Shield for your sleeves, binders, and deck boxes, Card Market for European players to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. Use the referral name TCG. And last but certainly not least is PokemonStore.com if you want to create new decks on TCG Live and you don't have all the cards quite yet and you don't have credits. Get of course to PokemonStore.com. Use the coupon code TCG and get 5% off on everything they have on the website, including promo cards and TCG Live codes. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more Pokemon TCG madness. I'm out. Peace.